Am I live? Hmm. All right. The button's red. Hmm. It says I'm live. Use the stream key in your software. Okay. Done. Okay. Hmm. Paste in encoder. Okay. Hmm. That's not what I want. Do I exist? Oh, I am live. Okay. 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 How do I get... All right. All right, I'll have to look all this up. Super time. So remove that. Just have the mic enabled. I wonder if there's a way that I can have the chat overlaid. Okay, that'd be a media source. No, I don't have anything to put there. Remove. Is it... Alright, so... Nope, don't know what any of that is. Controls. Settings. Stream. This is all locked. Output. Streaming. Recording. Video. Hotkeys. Accessibility. Stream delay. am I supposed to see chat if I only have one screen? Curious. And by curious, I mean it's not at all. Okay. Know what that does now? What? Browser? Set it up browser source. Just gonna move that. Open a browser to YouTube, YouTube channel, go live, select pop out chat. Yeah, okay. Select go live via the camera icons drop down menu. Oh. Copy the URL of the pop-up chat window. Okay. Open OBS and select the scene for use with the chat box. Here we're using the browser scene for the chat box. Add a browser source. Okay. Under sources, add a browser source. Okay. Chat box. Okay. Rename the source to YouTube chat box. Click OK. See URL. Click OK to save. How do I resize it? Properties. Width 400. Oh, okay. Oh, that's kind of neat. Snap to. That's me. Okay. It's kind of neat. Streaming a stream your show with an embedded chat window. Okay, cool. Well, that's pretty neat. Okay. Close that. Make it a little taller. Fuck. Give me no. Oh. So if anybody wants to chat with me, you'll be able to chat. Who's on top? All right. So, All right. Connection. Connection, good. Okay. Test. Oh, that's cool. This is not hooked up. There's me. Okay. Oh, what is this? I don't understand what this is. What is this chat? Very weird. Well, that's not what I wanted. Wow, that's crazy. It picks that up. I really got to figure out how to work the microphone. And how to get it, I guess, calibrated better. Okay. Let's just pull this up in the meantime. Where's the 3-minute guy? Angel. Where's the angel? Was it Inspiring Overseer? Yeah, there. Okay. Ugh. Bump to the front. I don't want to flood on 3s. I feel like I need more removal in the main. Like a second Destroy Evil. Have a better shot against Grixis. I kind of want another Ganja. Inside Reliquary is fine, but I've never really had problems with putting cards in my hand. I want to. 3, 4, a bunch of ways to just put cards in my hand. I need more things that actually put something on the table or actually can trade a resource. Maybe I can move a Destroy Evil in the main. I'm currently over. I'm at 64 cards. If I add those 4 angels. The problem is I don't know how good they are. They just seem good in theory. Alright, well I'm gonna open the milk. Get started for tonight. If this doesn't work out, that's fine. Maybe I just don't have all the right equipment. Okay. Yeah, let me Nick Elshnorn. I cut the Sarah Paragon. I think my 6s are good. Maybe just one too many Wanderers, but she's pretty good. Stabilize a board and actually exchange some resources. Just wrathing them, making tokens. She is a little cumbersome, but I think she is pretty important for the archetype. I don't know if I want to go down on her too badly. The farmhand and the Aganjo seem just like, I guess, some of the best cards I'm playing. Along with like Buster and Wedding Announcement, but that's not really too controversial. The Overseer is just so good with the Elspeth. Find like a just does so much. And this is just good. Maybe I can like trim one of each. But they feel like the biggest reason to be white right now. Wonder Emperor is also just really nice as a card to kind of turn the corner with and stabilize and start actually doing something on the board that matters. I also just like my 4s too much. More than I should. I'm not sure how good Elshmarn is. Maybe I can. Maybe I'm just like getting a little flooded on larger spells. Wanderers. I'm pretty good at just accumulating cards now. I just have to make sure I don't flood. I think my sideboard is okay. These are the new edition. These are the best cards. These are the best answers. Each of these are just pretty good. I don't really want to draw too many in one game, especially if it's a game where they're poor. Planeswalkers really just feel like the best way to be attacking the format right now if you're going to be playing Control, and I think Wandering Emperor is just one of the best ones. I think she's good against everything, maybe except the best decks. Like, she's best against the medium decks. That might be possible. She's a pretty expensive answer against the mono blue tempo deck. It's very easy to spell pierce or just slip out the back or do something to counteract it. Maybe I am too heavy on Planeswalkers, but they do feel like some of the better cards to be playing right now. Yeah, okay. So I need a better mic. Okay. Yeah, I just have to figure out the sound situation, I think. I also need a second monitor so I can actually look at OBS and chat and stuff while I am streaming. And I have to figure out how to use OBS. But it's probably another story. Oh, okay, so I have to be louder. Okay. Okay. I'm timid. I'm being quiet. I want another Iganjo though, because I just want more removal. It's kind of nice having something that deals 4 in the deck, and being so low on ways to like. I like the Foundries because I really like being low on ways to win the game in the deck. I like being able to just exchange resources, like add infinitum, and then eventually just win with my manland. Because the manland with Elspeth is really good. Just holds counters really well. It's very difficult to kill it with a Wrath. It's really vulnerable to a Abrade, but I'm hoping that the Bank Buster and the smaller other creatures can absorb all the Abrades. I don't want to be too high on 3s, but that might just be a symptom of the format with how things are shaping up. Everyone's just high on 3s because all the power is concentrated around 3s with Fable and Corpse Examiner, or whatever the hell it is. I don't really want to be too high on Reliquaries because it doesn't do anything until the late game. And 1 is enough because I can recycle it with Iganjo. So maybe I can -1 each of these, leave the second Elspeth in the sideboard. That's 7 Planeswalkers. Maybe the Elesh Norn can move to the sideboard. She's a lot more synergistic with the deck now, though, so I'm more incentivized to keep her in. So then I have 2 more cuts. Also, I'm really good at finding planes. I think I can go down on 1 basic planes and go up on an Iganjo, only because I have 8 ways to find basic planes in my deck between the Farmhand and the Iganjo. Elesh Norn is awkward because she's really powerful, but I actually don't know how much she does in the deck. She might just be a better sideboard option. I might not want to have so many cumbersome to use 5 mana cards in the deck and expensive cards in the deck between Big Wanderer, these one ofs. I might just want to be able to cast my spells more. Maybe Elesh Norn can go on the sideboard then. Then I have one more slot, one more cut. Put the Angel with them. 623 lands. That Iganjo. Huh. I know some people are going down on laydown arms, but I don't really want to be cutting removal. I feel like I'm a little low on removal right now in the main. I got the third Lauren on the sideboard. Some knockout blows, random stuff. Added the Lost to Grixis, added third Destroy Evil on the sideboard. Because I was just getting beat up by Shieldred. 2 Destroy Evil, 2 Knockout Blow, 2 Temporary Lockdowns, a Lauren, an Elspeth, a Farewell, an Elesh Norn, Phyrexian Vindicator. Wonder how good Temporary Lockdown actually is against the aggressive soldier stack. Or if I just want more of the depopulate the Wrath of God. Elshnorn's good in the mirror, too. Elshnorn, I think, is good against a lot of things. That's why I think it's a decent main deck card. Maybe not a good sideboard card. The fact that it's a good hate card against a large enough portion of the format, but also a decent enough hate card against, or a decent enough engine, especially in the stack now that I have Farmhand, Overseer, Ossification, and Lauren that all trigger it. I don't know. Maybe I should just cut a 4 into a 3? Very unsure. Maybe the Overseer is not very good. I like these because they just do so many things. Overseer's maybe just a bit of air. Too much air. Kind of fixes my curve a little bit. 4, 13, 15, 3, 1, 3. This might be good. I like that Phyrexian Vindicator. I do want to use that. That seems very good against basically any of the aggressive decks. Just can't really get rid of it effectively. Graveyard Hate as Lion Sash as opposed to Unlicensed First. Trying it out. Gonna see how it is. Maybe I cut a Knockout Blow because it's just a little narrow. Yeah, we can do that. We are going to go with this. See how this Angel works. And see how fewer Planeswalkers works. At this point I might be seeing enough cards that it doesn't matter that I'm a little low. I do kind of want the 4th Wandering Emperor though back. Because I just really like this card. It's very good at swinging the game. Add it back, go to 2 Angels. It's kind of air. Maybe. Go to 3 Laydown Arms. The card is just fine. Just does everything it needed to. I think that Overseer is really good at holding Elspeth counters, though. I have no way of rebuying Wandering Emperors. Are there any ways to rebuy Wandering Emperors? Are there any other Planeswalkers I don't know about? Mono. Okay. Play Karn. I think I've already been down this road. Play a Mightstone, Weakstone. Card's not bad. It blinks really well with Eternal Wonder. Oh, I wanted to try Celestus. I'm gonna try with Celestus, actually. Where is it? 3 mana. Yeah, I'm gonna try Celestus. A little bit of life gain, a little bit of looting. Helps me convert the planes that I'm inevitably going to have laying around in my hands because I have 8 ways to go get a planes. Flying attackers are just so good, and the deck is kind of weak to flyers. Everything is on the ground. When I was playing against that Angels deck, they were killing me with like Giadas and Inspiring Overseers. And also the Delvers and the Jins or whatever out of the mono blue deck. This is just kind of going to be a nice blocker, potentially. which is kind of nice. There's no sort button that I can see, like on MTGO. Can we sort this deck again? I guess that's one way to do it. No, put it all back. Put it all back the same way I had it. Oh well. 1560. We'll give this a shot. Maybe the Celestis is just not very good. I feel like the Celestis slot would be an Inspired Overseer slot, if anything. Tricky. There's certain slots I just don't want to compromise, like the Farmhand and the Aganjo and the Announcement and Bankbuster. I only have so many slots that are like fairly flexible. Try this. We'll see. We'll try this out. All right. Oop. Yay, best of 3 ranked. Okay. Luscious meat. Alright. This hand's really slow, it's really reactive. I might keep this. If they're an aggressive deck, I feel like fairly good at just exchanging these for early resources and then just kind of climbing back into the game with this. I think I'll keep. I have like at least one proactive thing to do. Oh, it's probably the mono blue deck. The deck's really cheap. Very budget friendly. So planes in. Okay. This is, I assume, the red-white Invoke Justice deck with a track. No. Okay, I don't know what this could be anything. I'm gonna need to make this weird here. Might have been able to play around it, but I think I just have to get something going. I think if I get it going, I can actually start participating in the game. Alright, I don't know what this is supposed to do. Jeskai Oil. Alright. I don't know what else you're supposed to do with this. Maybe you're using your Silex. I'll pass here, I'll draw a card at the end of their turn. Bankbuster. Draw a card, gain life, leave one of the cards in your hand. Okay. What could you do with oil? There's the Filigree Silex. Okay, well, we're missing our 4th land. So I'm feeling fairly favored. Draw. I'm going to play the Farmhand. If they counter it, I can just play a land. If they think I'm searching for a land deliberately because I need one. Next. In turn, I'll draw my second card, Bankbuster, at the end step. Pass. Eventually the Bankbuster will spit out a pilot and a treasure, so the pilot can start crewing the Bankbuster to attack. Yeah, if there's anything this deck does, it's just continuing with the cards in my hand. Here we go, get another Plains. Play the Plains. I can't attack with that Foundry yet. Gonna do the same thing. We now have the spells just hanging out in our hand. Keep playing lands we get off the Farmhand, and we have the Reliquary to cash in if we ever get an enchantment or another artifact to play. Or I guess just an enchantment, otherwise I won't drop one card. We're going to activate the Effect Buster, get a card, pilot, and a treasure. Then go to my turn. I've got another foundry here. This way the second foundry can pump the first foundry. He has all these cards in hand. I'm assuming he's going to cast Big Score and try and cast an Atraxa after that. I really still have no idea what's going on. We're going to... animate the foundry. I might get abraded here. But he can't abrade both. Crew with my pilot. Go to combat, attack. I have Coven now because I have a 2, a 4, and a 1, so I can actually flip a farmhand. Which is pretty cool. Into this. And then we can pass. Oh, it's... oh, okay, it's just Guidelines, Place Apparatus stuff. So now they're going to, for every counter their cards cost, their instants and sorceries cost 1 less. Oh, that's what the facade is for, it's to crank the apparatus. Cool. I know there's good spells that are worth reducing the cost of, too. In the format. This one, okay, so that's just good white. Okay. Okay, so this is just 2 mana, draw 2. Okay. Now we're not going to be some this. So it was kind of good for me to get aggressive that last turn. I should have probably used this treasure to use the foundry to pump the other foundry to a 4/4, put it as well. So I'm just going to move white sources. Probably put the Overseer on the battlefield at some point soon. Carry through with the pilot. Activate the foundry. We're going to do a very similar sequence of turns. So plays this turn, enter attacks. Attack everyone. Will not block. I'll flip the farmhand into the Cathar. And I think I'm still not going to activate the Foundry. I think I should have just did it last turn. I'm going to use this mana this turn, though, to play the Overseer, so I have 2 power and play for next turn. Unless it's 2, 4, 6, this is, 12. Okay, so if I do this, I force him to do something, because now he'll die. This is 3, 6, 10, 12, plus 2, 18. So you have to abrade one of my 4/4s. Okay. Okay, so Mind's Place Apparatus, so we're going to bring in the Lauren of the third path. We are going to bring in... might be it. That might be it. There's no targets for laydown arms, though, so I might just want to upgrade my laydown arms. So we're already going up to the Lauren. What else could they be doing that I would need to play against? We saw Jeskai Colors, bunch of cantrips. Maybe you're bringing Destroy Evil? Maybe just bring in Lion Sash, unless he's, in case he's trying to reanimate something. just bring in the Farewell. I think just bring in the Elspeth, maybe. Maybe I just cut the laydown arms overall and just try and get more creatures so I can be a little more aggressive. I think a game would have went a lot differently if my opponent was able to hit their 4th land on time. We will see how this goes. So... I saw your message. Oh, which art did you like? Alright, well I can't keep this, it's only 1 land. We're gonna mulligan. This looks a little better. It doesn't look fantastic though. I think I'm gonna put the Eiganjo on the bottom because we didn't see any creatures the previous game. So I think I'm gonna put this on the bottom. It might not matter because we took out all the laydown ones, so we need only just 1 basic. Augury, that's fine. Okay. I think it's just Plains go. I'll hold the Foundries for later and I'll play them in a bit. Black and White Arch for the match. Might have been Sleeves, yeah. Oh, this! Those are... that's the other player's sleeves they picked. Mine are the birds. I will play Foundry in case I'm attacking the following turn, then Overseer. Try and get a card, try and draw to a Loran so I can kill the Mind Splice Apparatus when it comes down. Doesn't look like I found one though. Hopefully Elspeth can find one. At this point though, they're just passing. I'm going to... I have enough land, so I don't think I need to play the farmhand yet. Yeah, those are the, there was a secret lair of basic lands, and they were for Kaldheim. They were like a heavy metal inspired land. They're all really black and white. They're all completely black and white. They're like, it looks like really good like penwork. I really like the art for all of them. They're really expensive. They were one of the more popular ones, but each next to combat attack. Oh my goodness, please let me attack with my 2/1. There's only 1 of each basic land in each lair, so... And it was like a $30 lair or some pack or something, so it was like... You had to buy a lot just to be able to get it up for a single deck. Okay, big score, so he does have big score. I think I'll just pass still. I'll try to tap him out on his turn if he wants to counter the Wandering Emperor when I go to try and land the Elspeth. Passive attacks. I'm going to cast Emperor. If my Emperor resolves, I'm going to make a Samurai. Yeah, all the art was really cool for that one. Oh, big score again. Discarding you the 3rd path because I don't think that card's very good. Not really. I'm going to make Samurai. Okay, there's the Loran that we were looking for. Which is good. What are we doing here? He didn't counter the Wandering Emperor, and if he wants to use like a counter spell, he would have to start consuming treasure, which I guess is beneficial for me because untapping with all that treasure is likely not good for me. So we're going to play a Foundry. I'm going to... getting emoted at. I don't think there's any creatures, so I think I just want to keep using the Emperor to make tokens. I'm also playing into Burn Down the House, though, which kind of lights.
Keep watch for intruders.
I'm going to enter combat. Probably didn't have to lead on the Foundry personal phase. I also probably should have pre-commented the Elspeth if I was going to plus, which I think I should have been plussing. So that bites. But I think I'm just going to use Elspeth to try and -3 and find something like a Restoration of Iganto.
I'm not looking for trouble, but I'll fight if I have to. I've made
like
plenty
that.
of connections.
What am I going to do with it, though? I could put a Bankbuster into play, which is pretty good. That might be better, because it also gets the shield counter, so it's harder to abrade. Which is better than the Restoration of Iganto dumping into the graveyard and then cheating it in. So... yeah, I think I'm just going to take a Buster. I think I have two of my favorite people watching right now. Okay. 3 damage each. Okay, so that's going to pretty cleanly clean up my board. Another reason I should have plussed the Elspeth.
I can't protect.
I get the Bankbuster though, which I think was the best thing to get still after that, because okay, so we're just big scoring some more, so we're just really looking. It's a shame because the second he finds the Mind Splice apparatus, I'm probably going to blow it up with a Warren. Okay, so I'm going to play this, the Plains, I'm going to hold up this, I'm going to play Wedding Announcement, and tap a little more deliberately. Play the Wedding Announcement, get a token at the end step, and on his turn I'm going to use the Bankbuster and draw a card. Alright, so there's my Heathen. Wedding Announcement at the end of every turn. Either makes a token or draws a card depending on how many creatures I attack with. Oh, it's this thing. Okay, so it's just really big Time Walk. During that turn, damage can't be prevented. Okay. Okay. And then after it gets 3 invitation counters, so after it triggers at the end of the turn 3 times, it turns into an Anthem. My creatures get +1/+1. I'm going fast. This card's really cool. It's really powerful. It does a lot. And now this guy's going to draw 6 cards. Okay. Still 5 treasures. Guess who attacks? Doesn't look like they drew anything they want to use. Did I lag? There we go. Please play a Mind Splice apparatus. Oh, they have to go to discard. Because they have 9 cards. Discarding some lands. I can safely play this as a land. They haven't really presented any creatures or anything remotely close to creatures. I'm actually not sure how they're intending to kill me. What am I going to do? I want to use this again. And I think I'm just going to let the Wedding Announcement crank out guys. So I think the card advantage game might be over. Like, it might be past that. It might be... I just don't have a lot else better to do than play a Bankbuster and activate 2 Bankbusters. Make a human. I could play Sash Farmhand. Sash Farmhand, activate Bankbuster. Seems kind of fine. Alright, so here's Farmhand. Get a Plains. I'll play Sash. I really like this card in general, but I'm not sure how good it is in practice, especially in Standard. Make my human. I think I'm just going to have to try and kill him over the course of the next 2 turns, because I think he's just drawn 75. Here's the apparatus. It's an oil. Oh, he already has the monument as well. Okay, we're gonna put another oil counter on there. I knew I should have equipped the sash. If I would have equipped the sash, it would have survived. Now it's just going to die. It'll burn down the house. There goes the aggressive plan. It's only got 5 cards left, but has a lot of mana. Okay, so I get to activate the Bank Buster again. So we're going to tap these, try and resolve a Lauren. Because they're going... Okay, that's kind of odd. I assume they have another Mind Space apparatus, or they're just on borderline to 0 counter spells. Which is also possible. I have enough mana to activate... Animate, attack for 2. Still get to activate, or do I want to stick second Bank Buster and let the cards keep coming? I think I need to do that. Then at the end of... I don't think I'm using my mana very efficiently this game. The wedding announcement's going to transform. Yep, there's a second Mind Splice, also probably why they didn't fight over the first Mind Splice, but they're getting lower on the facade counters. Fine. Guide, the announcement becomes an anthem. Apparatus gets a counter. Gets oil. Strangle on Lauren, which is fine. I have a second one for the second Mind Splice. Hopefully they're out of cards. We're going to try and get a little aggressive though by getting the pilot out of the Bank Buster. Ooh, I can activate it again because I get the treasure from the first one. Which means I do get to activate both. If only I planned that. Okay. Play the planes they know about. Try and stick Lauren to shatter the Mind Splice. Looks like they still don't have counter magic. Or they just have a third Mind Splice that might be in the top 30 cards of their deck. Not going to play with the Lion's Sash yet. I'm going to spend more time attacking with a Foundry, I think. Using Lauren to crew this Bank Buster. The protected Bank Buster. Because Lauren is pumped by the festivity. She's actually able to pilot the Bank Buster. Do I want 5, 12? Okay. Next combat. Next attacks. Attack with everything. Use Foundry. To pump other Foundry, present lethal. Neat. Force them to do something about it. Okay, they're bouncing the Foundry. Which sucks, but that's not that bad. Cool. Attack was cool. Doesn't look like they have a lot of good enough cards in it. But the apparatus is pretty good. Alright, got some whatever this is. 9? Trying to decide if I want to watch a movie tonight. Alright, we're gonna go first. This looks fine. Has a bank buster, has some removal. Nothing, yeah, it's pretty good. Should be able to draw more cards to keep things moving. And I have an Iganja. I'm actually like flush with removal against the aggressive decks. Okay, it looks like it might be Grixis again, which means that my bank buster could eat an Abrade, but I think we're kind of set up to go okay, to go long. I'm gonna play Plains. I'm gonna pass. Getting to activate the Bank Buster at their end step again. Bank Buster's really good. Best attacks. Yep, looks like Grixis. I'm surprised I haven't done anything yet. Alright, there we go. Post-combat Fable. Which is fine. I don't really want to 2-for-1 myself on the token and the Fable. It's really difficult though, because I can answer the Fable right now. And I'm not sure how crucial the Shaman is, but I have some decent stuff going for me right now. I might let them ramp, I might not let them filter. I do have the Bank Buster going. I do want to get another card out of the Bank Buster. I don't think I can let them just get free equity on the Fable. Maybe just let them keep the Goblin. I'm gonna have to answer the Fable eventually, so I figure if I don't let them have the Rummage. I might just ossify the Shaman. But I want to keep up on cards, I don't think I can do it. I just have to let them attack. It's such a pain. I need a 2-power creature at 2 mana. Yeah, it doesn't look like the treasure's going to be super important. They've already shown me blue, so I'm not expecting any Atraxa or Reanimator stuff. I'm going to at least try, if I'm going to play this, I'm going to try and play around Make Disappear. If I do this, I'm going to play around Make Disappear. I'm going to Plains, so I can play Plains the following turn. Get to activate my Bank Buster. Get a little treasure of myself. Combat. I'm kind of hoping they... Oh, they're discarding the Corpse Consort. Or Corpse Appraiser. Kind of hoping they abrade the Bank Buster, so I can bring it back with the Restoration. They must have had too many of them. That's for me. I think I'm going to discard the ossification though, bring it back. Probably just going to exile the token. Because they play Invoke Despair, and I don't want to have to sacrifice an ossification with something real under it. I'd rather just sacrifice it and use it as fodder. No blocks. Show me an end step. That's a pretty good card to play. Cut down on the pilot. Got it. Discard. Ossification. Basically get some free mana. So now I get to bring it back. Attach to this. Exile for token. Only 2 creatures on the other side of the table now. Like the planes they know about. What am I going to do here? I don't think I want to play Elspeth yet. I think I want to get my wedding announcement going. I need to conserve some life total, so this way, once the Shieldred comes down, I'm not just auto-dead to it, because I only have Sorcerer speed removal. And you're gonna sacrifice? Wow, and we're gonna sacrifice the Blood Tithe Harvester. I will decline. I'm gonna play Overseer. Wedding Announcement is that good. You just like throw a creature away and your spell. This card's cool. The fly. What was the fly of despair from? Was that SpongeBob? I'm just taking 3. I'm not talking. Ooh, fake. I don't have another destroy evil. Alright. Yeah, okay, I thought so. Okay, what do I do here? I've got my Emperor, who is very good. I definitely want to get the wedding announcement going again. Yeah, Invoke Despair. The Fly of Despair. I'm gonna jam a wedding announcement. Resolved really quickly. I assume they have nothing. So I think I'm going to use Elspeth and start going in on this Inspiring Overseer. It just really sucks though, because if he untaps and casts Invoke Despair, I am really in a bad spot. So maybe I just wait. If I wait, I can use Wandering Emperor, and the combat is very favorable to me. Attacks. Because I can block with Architect and use Wandering Emperor to make Overseer a 3/2 first strike. I don't think they're going to just attack into the Architect, though. I think it's just pretty poor. I do get to start going wide, though, and insulate my Elspeth against Invoke Despair with the Wandering Emperor, if I wait a turn. Oh, I almost drank all my milk. That's a lot of milk. Alright, there's the Invoke Despair. So, it's going to eat Ossification, it's going to eat a token, and I can play the Wandering Emperor to try and lose 0 life and give him 0 bucks. They didn't want to wait. Alright, so I'm going to bring in my Destroy Evils, my Elspeth, my 3rd Lauren, because I really want to kill Fable without just going down a card. Lay Down Arms is pretty bad here. It's typically only good, or at least very good in the aggro matchups. I don't think this is an Elesh Norn matchup. It might be, though. They might be boarding out any of their black removal, like Go for the Throat. So Elesh Norn might be fairly safe as just a value engine to double up on my Enter the Battlefield effects. And it does stop the late game Corpse Appraisers, and it does stop the late game Blood Tithe Harvesters. So maybe I'll just bring it into try. I don't really know what to cut. Ambitious Farmhand is a little small for what's going on, but the backside does completely dodge Cut Down. Hold on. We need to get this link. Copy link. Maybe I cut Ossification because it's just a little fragile against all the Invoke Despair. At least one copy is pretty good to insulate eating a token. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll leave the Farmhand and I'll go down in Ossification because it's just too vulnerable to Invoke Despair. Okay. Oh. Okay, do I keep this? I'm on the draw. It's pretty good. I'm kind of being burned now that I switched. I just added the second Eiganjo, and now, of course, I'm getting the opening hand with double Eiganjo. Fortunately, I have infinity things to put Pleens in my hand. Truly, the most powerful thing they're getting. They're putting their Tekken into play. Alright, so I can wait till turn 4 to play the Bank Buster. Because the next turn is Eiganjo, so I can play around Make Disappear if I just hold the Bank Buster for a turn. So I think I'm going to do that. They're likely to tap out on turn 3, and I will also tap out on turn 3. And if they... I have plenty of planes, so if they want to trade for the Restoration of Eiganjo, they can. Oh, okay. Okay, so they boarded a Negate, which makes the Elesh Norn I brought in seem even better. So if they have a second Negate, that's pretty good. Doesn't look like they do. They might have the Abrade, though, but I waited long enough that now I can actually play the Bank Buster and get something out of it, and make it a 2-for-1 in my favor. Which is good. Okay, there's the Abrade. I can pull the card out of the Bank Buster, get another plane, so now I'm good on lands. The Eiganjos get to be removal spells now, which is not bad. I have a feeling they boarded out some number of Blood Tithe Harvester because it doesn't look like they're playing it, and the Eiganjo doesn't kill Shieldred, which is kind of a bummer. But, you know, what can you do? I can play the Inspiring Overseer, though. I kind of already like the fact that I included this. Just a guy who flies. There's the Lauren. Okay, great. So now I'm covered if they play their Bankbuster or a Fable. Go for on the cantrip creature. Oh, that's why. They needed a creature in the graveyard for Corpse Appraiser. Using the Eiganjo to kill that is going to be pretty bad. Feel pretty bad. But what can you do? I could always use the Wandering Emperor to kill it. I think I have to save the Wandering Emperor to convert and try and kill something larger, like a Shieldred attacking me. So I think I'm going to have to hold it. I might have to use the Eiganjo on the Corpse Appraiser. I can wait a turn. Hand's shaping up kind of medium. If I get enough legends into play, though, the Eiganjo is going to convert really well on mana. What are my legendary creatures? Lauren and Elishnorn? Everything else is Planeswalkers. Backside of the sagas are not legendary, as we've seen with Fable. Ooh, a Blade Coil Serpent. It's pretty good. That's going to make me discard 2. It's going to draw them a card and make me discard 2. This card's good. I'm glad this is showing up in the Grixis deck. You can get big. Ooh, I can convert the Eiganjo on the Blade Coil Serpent. Okay, I'm going to discard a card. So I'm going to discard... I think I'm going to discard Ossification, because I have a lot of removal, and Plains, because it's just so easy for me to find additional planes. Because if I end up not finding one and needing to play something, I can just play the Eiganjo. I don't have any lay. What's-his-faces down. Oh, was that a 7-mana one? Oh, no, it didn't get haste. Okay. I think I just take this. So I think I take the opportunity to play the Restoration of Eiganjo, go get a Plains here. I wanted to wait on the Lauren and use something like Emperor or Eiganjo to kill the Blade Coil Serpent. I can use the Eiganjo, actually. Yeah. Because this isn't doing anything other than attack at this point. This blocks, no blocks. We're gonna channel a Blade Coil Serpent. Take 3. Alright, there's Bankbuster, so I'm glad I saved the Lauren. Discard a card and return a card. What actually is even in my graveyard? Oh, I can get a Bankbuster back. That's great. I think I want to discard the Eiganjo here, get the Bankbuster, play Farmhand. I can play Farmhand Lauren. Yeah, so we're gonna discard the Eiganjo. We're gonna get Bankbuster. I'm going to play Farmhand. There we go. Get the planes. Try and play around. I guess use... If they have Make disappear for the Lauren, this forces them to sacrifice the Corpse Appraiser. They do get the card out of the Bankbuster, though, but we do have the body now. Okay. Next to combat, I don't think I want to do that. If they tap out, though, I get to crew the Bank Buster and transform the Ambitious Farmhand, though. Which is kind of cool. Okay, so this kind of sucks, but I do get to just get an early Farmhand. And neither of them were going to block the 3-3 anyway, so that's kind of nice. I can see the chat on my OBS. Cool. Alright. What are they doing to me? Oh, Invoke Despair. Okay, sacrifice creature. Sacrifice this. No Planeswalker. I sacrifice the Restoration. I'm a little behind on cards because I've gotten so many off Invoke Despair. I'm trying to decide if I attack with the Foundry. I don't think it's correct just to expose it to... It only has that. If you have Fading Hope in your Grixis control deck, then I think that you wanted it more than I did. We're gonna attack. Okay. I think I sandbagged the planes in my hand. Oh, it doesn't play around Make Disappear. That was not what I wanted. And I'm being duressed, so now I'm gonna play into Make Disappear. And they have to know it's a planes in my hand. Okay, cool. So now I've thoroughly embarrassed myself with that. Trying to get too cute. Getting Go for the Throated. Cool. I still don't feel like I'm out of the game. So I'll play this first, because the secret's out. Go to Plains. Would hold this in my hand anyway, because I need something to discard to the Restoration. We have everything open, basically, right now. So, I don't really want to animate the Foundry into an Abrade. They're running low on cards, though. I'm very upset that I let them convert that Spell Pierce, though. That's really disappointing. What am I going to get off of the Restoration? I guess it's just Bank Buster again. And I can tank a couple hits of the Corpse Appraiser. And once the Restoration flips, it's a good blocker. Especially lining up against the Corpse Appraiser. 3-4, very good at blocking a 3-3. Surprising all of no one. The 4 is in fact larger than that. If I get Invoke Despair at any point in the game, though, again, I think I lose. We've gone through one only? Oh, there's Invoke Despair. Right on time. I think this is going to put me to 3 life, which is actually just... No, it's going to put me to 3 life, which is dead to 1 more Corpse Appraiser attack. So I think I want to animate the Foundry to throw into the Invoke Despair, so they draw 1 less card, and I lose 2 less life, and I go to 5, and I do have it. I have theoretically 2 turns now. It's ugly, but... and they're following up with Bank Buster. They're tapped out, though, so they can't use the Bank Buster. Restoration is a pretty good draw. Get another planes. Safely put a planes into play. If they draw any creature with 3 power, so if they draw Blood Tithe Harvester, I am just dead because they can crew the Bankbuster. Fable Token is 1 power shy of crewing the Bankbuster. I think I need to get something different off of the Bankbuster, or not the Bankbuster, off the Restoration Chapter 2, though. I think I have to get Ossification now. Go to 2. Okay. I don't even know if getting Ossification does it. Yeah, getting Ossification doesn't even do it because there's still minimum 2 power on each creature. So there is nothing to find. Okay. Maybe I want to leave in a couple laydown arms. I just got Invoke Despaired a lot that game. And it doesn't seem like I have a lot of other ways to catch up with that. Vindicator's not good because the opponents go for the throat. Knockout Blow is not good because it's just poor trading on mana. I think I just don't want laydown arms. I think I just needed to draw more cards that mattered. I do like cutting that Ossification though. Maybe I'll go up on one of those and go down another Ossification. Do I want Lion Sash at all? I don't think that does anything significant. I think I needed to stick more wedding announcements. Maybe I just want more Ossifications actually to sacrifice to the Invoke Despair, so I don't have to sacrifice anything actually worth my time, like Wedding Announcement. Wedding Announcement feels like how I win a lot of games. Maybe I'll go down a Farmhand? The body is so small. Stay up on Ossification. I'll see if I can do it on the play and not let them convert Spell Pierces. But now I also know that they have Spell Pierce and Duress. It just seems very difficult, like their answers either line up perfectly or not very well at all. I'm definitely feeling the pain of cutting the third Eternal Wanderer. It feels like the one large card that the deck can actually leverage really well and kind of needs. So I might go up on it back to the third copy of that. I'll go first. This looks fine. I actually have a Wedding Announcement, multiple ways to hit multiple lands, some removal, and killing a Bankbuster. Play a Plains. Play a Plains. Take my action, find my Plains. I would use better art, but I don't have any. I think I'm gonna kill the Bankbuster rather than get the announcement started. Like that. I could play the announcement though and work my way to Elesh Norn onto the table, double trigger on Lauren. That would be kind of cool. I don't know how long I can let this go though. I do kind of want to stick the Wedding Announcement while they're tapped out though. I think I can let them get one card off the Bankbuster. Because I think flipping the Wedding Announcement sooner than later is going to be a little more important than whatever they're going to do with the Bankbuster. Besides, if they are holding up draw card 1 minute interaction, it's likely going to be, I guess, Spell Pierce at this point, or a Duress on the turn. Yeah, they're just using their mana really inefficiently now, and I think that does favor me. So this I can punch, though. Do I want to draw an extra card this turn, or make another token? I feel like I do want another token. And I need to keep putting lands into play, so I'm going to play this Igonjo. Do I want a card? Do I want a card? Do I want a card or a body? I have a lot of bodies in my hand. And I need to keep hitting lands, naturally. I can't really mess around. They play a kill spell. Because they want to keep me from getting a card. Okay. So I'm gonna play Lauren. And if they have Make Disappear, they lose a Bank Buster turn? Is that worth it? Or do I want to just play Farmhand? No, I'm not playing around with Make Disappear. I just don't think I can. I think they have Negate. So at this point, if they try and play a 3-mana card like Fable, they aren't able to hold up Negate. Or Saheeli. Looks good.
The last thing you'll see is the sun glittering off my machines. Aerial combat is simply elegant.
Make 2 friends and a game boost. Okay. I can just kill it and just trade off the board. Trade off the board, play Elshnorn. My board is really insignificant. I think they're untapping with that Planeswalker is more important for them. They're going to kill Farmhand Lauren unless they're afraid of me like using Restoration. We are going to enter combat. I'm going to pick up all these guys, point them at their lady, and then you can block. Yep. Demo. Foundry. I think I just want. I think there's a lot of upside in untapping with Elshnorn here. All I'm gonna do is untap and put a lot of planes in my hand, but I think just getting to untap with the 5-mana card is pretty good. Plus, this also bricks the Corpse Appraisers now, which is probably their best way of getting back into the game. And I'm insulated with the token. I have to sack the Wedding Festivity, which bites, but this was clearly better than playing the Elspeth and just completely losing everything. I think I want to get... Alright. I want to get the Igonjo started, and also start to put more cards in my hand and mitigate the next Invoke Despair. So I'm going to play that, I'm going to play that, I'm going to play Farmhand, put 2... Gonna pull all the planes out of my deck. Where's that card that pulls all the planes out of your deck? I know there's a card that does that. Pulls all the basic somethings out of your deck. What do I have to get back with the Restoration? Looks like another Farmhand. Okay. They must have a handful of Corpse Appraisers. Okay. Let's look at what we're working with again. So I do like the Overseer. I kind of like this 2-2 split on Overseer Lauren, where it's like good when they're actually taking proactive actions to prolong the game, good when no one's taking any actions, kind of good at replacing itself, flies. This one has vigilance, but largely doesn't matter. I kind of like that. Maybe I want to move a Destroy Evil into the main. Because I have 2 in the sideboard right now. Going up to 3. Or I am at 3. But I would change the split. Overseer definitely is just like air. I think maybe, since I think Grixis is like kind of a difficult matchup, not difficult, but like very, you have to play it super tight. I think I might want to go up on the Destroy Evil in the main, just so I can upkeep, kill a Shieldred on the other side of the table instead of automatically taking 2. Because that really bites. And it seems like the Destroy Evil is going to come in quite a bit. At least if I'm playing against the decks that I deem good. The Destroy Evil is just going to come in often enough. So we're going to go up on a Destroy Evil. We're going to cut a Destroy Evil from the sideboard. And then, I don't think I want to play an Eternal Wanderer in the sideboard. I'm thinking move the second Elspeth to the sideboard, go up Eternal Wanderer in the main deck. I think Elspeth's very good, but I think she's only very good in these mid-range matchups. Maybe I should leave it in if I think I'm just going to be playing against a lot of Grixis and white. I think it might just be better suited to being post-board because it's not very great at protecting itself. It really kind of requires a Warden, a little bit more deliberate deployment. Whereas I think both Wanderers kind of bail you out of spots a lot better. So I think I might do that. Do that. Move that. Looks pretty good. Kind of like that. It's a shame because on paper I really like 4 Wandering Emperors. But in practice, 4 just might be way too many in a format that has multiple decks playing Spell Pierce and multiple decks with Vigilance. Or with creatures with Vigilance. It might just not always get the job done. I like the setup of no creatures, though. Borderline no creatures. The Inspiring Overseers might be better as Serra Paragons, once all said and done. But maybe with this configuration, I can go to 2 Serra Paragons again. I had a couple, but I cut them. They just never seemed like they converted super well. They died to Destroy Evil. They were a fairly mana-intensive play. Also, going down on Roadside Reliquary makes that card worse, because you could crack Roadside Reliquary and replay it with Serra Paragon, and having more in the deck lets you do that more often, as opposed to this, where it's like a single Roadside Reliquary is good with multiple restorations because they don't exile themselves when you sacrifice them the second time. Not sure. Serra Paragon's good at recasting Lion Sashes, then Lauren being so disposable. The 2 life isn't insignificant. Just casting those cards out of the graveyard is just so good. Doesn't do anything with Elesh Norn. Doesn't do anything with Phyrexian Vindicator. Let's maybe recast a Temporary Lockdown. That might be just enough. Lockdown and Ossification. If Wedding Announcement's one of the most important cards, then maybe Serra Paragon is good just to give me additional cracks at using a Wedding Announcement. I put my bottle of milk on the computer and made a little mark. Or made a little ring. It's nasty. I'm gonna keep drinking it though. Paragon. I just don't like all these 4s. Maybe I'm just too conservative with Serra Paragon. Man, if this ends up being a card I play, that sucks. Because that means I have to purchase them. The true tragedy. Yeah, the fact that you just can't really jump into arena super well, or super easily, is really a bummer, because otherwise the program works pretty well. It's pretty snappy, it's pretty easy to use. Especially once you get the hang of it, you can kind of zip through things pretty quick. It's just the fact that there's such a barrier to entry. Like, even right now as I'm playing, I don't have a lot of wild cards. Like, I have 2 rares and 1 mythic. I just crafted a couple cards for the deck, like the Elshnorn. But it's still like, I haven't been in like double-digit rare or mythic wild card numbers for, like, I actually can't even remember the last time. All right, we're gonna try 2 Sarah Paragons again. 2 Lauren, 4 Farmland. This might be really important actually in the Invoke Despair matchup to just recoup those cards that ended up in the graveyard that you just kind of need to win the game. I think some people are playing Cathar Commando as well, by the way. Cathar Commando might be better in my deck because of Restoration of Igondro. Because I can't rebuy Lauren of the Third Path. I can with Restoration of Igondro. I can rebuy Cathar Commando. Lauren might be better in the main because it's just an ETB, and the body is significantly better. Just 2-1 Vigilance, I think, might attack and block a little. No, I guess the 3-1 might be better. Vigilance doesn't really matter. I'm not doing a lot of attacking. I'm not like an aggressive deck. So maybe my sideboard, because I'm just so much higher on Restoration of Igondro than every other list I've seen, once instead of a 3rd Lauren of the Third Path, once a Cathar Commando. Lauren is so good because it just like actually leaves a body behind instead of just trading for the card. I'm gonna try the Cathar Commando though. Can click the Lauren, put the Cathar in. It's not a Cathar in standard right now. I hadn't realized that. Oh, the backside. Looking at the farmhand, wondering why this is coming up for Cathar, and then I realized the back is Seasoned Cathar. Very cool. Really like this card, actually. It's pretty good. The backside's really good at like stabilizing your life total when you're kind of clawing back into the game. And early on, it just like helps hit your lands, which is always seems like the easiest way to not win a game in standard is just missing a land and not being able to like double spell at any point in the game and just only single spelling and just falling so far behind. Because all the cards are just so powerful. So it's like when your opponent is double spelling with powerful cards and you are single spelling with powerful cards, so, it's difficult to line up and compare directly to Invoke Despair, especially when some of your cards require such precise timing. Like Wandering Emperor can't just come down randomly. You can't just play it on turn 4 and actually like impact the game correctly. Wedding Announcement's one thing, but Wandering Emperor is completely different. So we got the third Destroy Evil, 2 Lion Sashes, 2 Revelries, 1 Knockout Blow, because I think the red deck you actually have to respect. It's like pretty decent, it has a lot of 1-mana cards, and I think you need something like this to go with your laydown arms. Depending on how that matchup ends up looking, I might go up to a second copy. 2 Lockdowns, also for the red and the Soldiers matchup. Cathar Commando as the 3rd Lauren of the Third Path. Also, it's legendary, so there's actually like a non-zero, like there is a genuine reason to play Cathar Commando over an additional Lauren. The Vindicators, which are along with being cool, I think are actually good. The extra Farewell for any of the mid-range matchups, that might have been correct to bring in against Grixis. I'm not sure. And I think if I'm not bringing in the Farewell in like the Grixis / Control mirror match, maybe the last Farewell should not be in the sideboard at all. The Elspeths are very good though. Farewell is pretty good when you have a man land you're trying to win with as well. That is another thing I've noticed, that maybe the Farewell should just be a depopulate, so I can cast it sooner against the creature decks, because bringing in Farewell against that... Okay, yeah, we're going to switch to a depopulate. Ooh, and I do have a copy. I don't know how, but I do. Okay. This is looking pretty good. I wish this part of the interface didn't look so bad, where the last card is cut off by the done button. I can scroll, but it could fit. It could fit. If they didn't have this delineation here between best of 3 sideboard and best of 1 sideboard, it could fit. But, you know, sometimes we have to ruin things. Getting a little late. I might stop for the night. So... I also think I change my deck too often while I'm testing. I don't think I'm playing enough games before making changes. I don't think any of the changes I made, though, are significant or radical. Adding Serra Paragon to the deck is not really a new and exciting idea. A lot of other people are playing Serra Paragon in their deck. The sideboard, I don't think I sideboard often enough to really have a good handle on that yet. But I don't think changing Lorn for Cathar Commando is too radical, and I don't think like the second Destroy Evil in the main deck is too strange, and I'm really just moving around some cards until I'm getting the right permutation that I guess I personally like. Nothing here is actually too off the wall. At least compared to what I've been doing lately. Going down on Planeswalkers in the main is. So I don't really like doing that too much because the Planeswalkers have been so good for me. But I think this is still pretty fun. The strangest things I'm doing, compared to everyone else, is 4 Restoration of Eiganjo, 4 Mishra's Foundry. And those I've been thinking are very good. I think some of the games are very close. I think the Mishra's Foundry is good at winning against the aggressive decks. And the Mirror. Because I don't think a lot of other people are on this, and this gets missed entirely by Farewell and Depopulate and Wandering Emperor -4. This one is particularly hard to interact with. To the point where... maybe some Field of Ruins might be... or at least one Field of Ruin might be in order for... in the cards for this deck. Maybe the Eiganjo becomes a Field of Ruin. Because the Field of Ruin can come back with the Restoration of Eiganjo, and if anyone else adopts Mishra's Foundry ever, whoever has the Field of Ruin is likely going to be favored. Because this card, I think, is pretty good in the mirror. It's very good at threatening Planeswalkers, and it's very good at surviving through Wraths. Which are how I've been stabilizing the board, typically with, like, Wandering Emperor. Where would I put that? I'm going to play Field of Ruin instead of Demolition Field or whatever, because those are the days. Which one, though? I think we just go with the classic, right? Do I count you as a spell? Because you're colorless, or do I count you as a land? If you're a spell, whose spell slot do you take? I think I'm really good at putting cards in my hands. It might be better than the Roadside Reliquary. I like both of these cards a lot. But I think I can only support so many colorless lands. I haven't had mana problems yet, though, with respect to just having the correct colors on time. It's been a little awkward, I think, just because of the auto tap. But maybe it's better than the Roadside Reliquary. I've done the Roadside Reliquary Restoration of Eiganjo repeated grind, though, so I do kind of want to leave that in. Maybe just go down in Igonjo's seat. I don't really want to get burned again with double Igonjo hand. I'll try that. It's going down on planes, but I'm just so good at putting planes in my hand. I'll try it. It looks a little ugly on paper, but you know, we'll see. We'll see what happens. How many lands am I on? 23 still? Yep, 23. Yep. See how that goes. That's probably where I'll start tomorrow. Oh, there's Cabal Therapy. Very cool. I still really like this card. I just wish it was better. It just looks like cards that I thought were cool and put them in a deck. This doesn't even look like a real deck. Alright, I'm gonna click done. Alright. Thank you for watching and hanging out. Maybe I'll do this again. I kind of like it. Maybe I'll do it again. I have to set up the rest of my channel and everything else going on. Just want to see how it went first, but this seems cool. So yeah, I think I'm going to continue my regional championship testing adventures again, maybe tomorrow. All right.